Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. It is June 7th, 2017. Dubbed one hell of a storm, Cape Town braces for major winter storm. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're referring to and talking about climate chaos, wild weather. There will be individuals that will tell you there's nothing to worry about. Everything is just fine. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we were having our live stream yesterday, our physicist who lives in South Africa was mentioning the warnings that were coming out dealing with this early winter storm. And I'm going to go ahead and move down to some of this article. And it states that South Africans, their city of Cape Town, is bracing for what is expected to be the worst winter storm in at least 3 years, described by state forecasters as one hell of a storm. This potent weather system is expected to start affecting the region late Tuesday, June 6th. The storm will bring much needed precipitation to the drought-stricken region, but it is not expected to end the city's worst drought in more than 100 years. Officials have issued severe weather warnings and urged residents to take the storm very seriously. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this storm is expected to bring 40 to 50 foot swells and gale force winds exceeding 60 miles per hour and about 3 inches of rain in 24 hours. Now, we're going to go ahead and move down to a local weather forecast, their local meteorologist, and we're going to take a quick listen to his forecast.
The intense winter storm is approaching South Africa and is already making headlines, and this has left many South Africans wondering what exactly can we expect with this storm. Well, on Tuesday already, strong winds ahead of the front causing bergwind conditions from the south coast into the Eastern Cape. And as that front makes landfall late on Tuesday evening, rain's going to start up over the far western parts of the country, and gale force winds will start affecting all of western South Africa as we head into Wednesday as well. Along with those extremely strong winds, very big swells are going to push in along the Atlantic coastline, reaching up to 12 meters in height, and cold air is going to be invading all across the western parts of the country. Strong winds persist into Wednesday evening all across the western parts. The big swells move along the southern coastline, and eventually the bergwinds are going to come to an end, and gale force westerly winds replace those along the south coast by Thursday. Let's take a look at your wind forecast in detail, and here we can see Tuesday afternoon brings strong winds all across the Cape provinces, and as that front is about to make landfall in the west, gales are going to start settling in along that Atlantic seaboard. Those gales push further inland as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Extreme wind conditions expected for much of the Cape provinces, along with strong winds throughout the central interior of the country. Let's move ahead to a detailed forecast for Cape Town in terms of wind and swells, and we can see that Tuesday afternoon, fairly benign conditions in the forecast, but that changes quickly heading towards evening as the front makes landfall. Wind speeds will be close to gale force, swells picking up to 5 meters, and that becomes even more significant by Wednesday afternoon. A massive swell of around 11 meters is expected for the peninsula, along with winds that could exceed gale force quite easily all across the area. Snow forecast for the next couple of days indicating snow starting up on Wednesday afternoon over the western and northern Cape provinces, and we're going to see significant snowfalls taking place as we head into Thursday morning. We could have around 20 centimeters at this stage in the forecast for Sutherland and some of the surrounding areas. That could cause disruptions for travel, and some heavier snowfalls possible for some of the mountainous parts of the Western Cape as well. In terms of rain, we're going to have some really good rain taking place all across the western parts of South Africa. Shades of blue indicating rainfall amounts of 20 millimeters or more, and down in the southwestern parts we're going to see some really good falls of rain, heavy rain in fact over the mountainous parts. That will be taking place over some of the major catchment areas of some of the bigger dams, so we are going to have significant rainfall taking place in exactly the right places.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cape Town, South Africa. They're being hit as we speak by a major winter storm. As it states, It will have everything: rain, wind, cold, snow, and big waves. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, climate chaos. Climate chaos. Wicked weather. Wild weather. This is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching.